Hello, good afternoon. It's a tramp. We are rocking out in the KAGA. This is the Japanese Tier 7 premium aircraft carrier. And instead of pulling the trigger, I pushed A to start the ship going. So this one's a fun one. It's a little bit like the Soviet carriers, where the Soviet carriers where it's you got those skip bombers and then the torpedoes and torpedo bombers, and they all the planes drop them all at once. So this is kind of like an in between, right? So for these torpedo bombers, you get half of them drop, and then so you get two runs basically, yeah. So you get four drops. Four planes drop down with each run. You know what I'm trying to say, right? So we will actually do, and this is kind of not as picky with this ship to do pre-drops like this, but basically we're dropping those torpedoes. One, I was like, oh, maybe we'll get lucky and maybe there'll be a destroyer coming through there. But two, it's people like to pre-drop, and basically what that is you're sending some planes back to the carrier in an effort to not lose as many, especially on these first runs when everyone's anti-air is working great on their ships and all the ships are clustered together, right? So, but with the KAGA, you still, you only get two drop runs anyway, so it might be beneficial to not do that. I don't know, you do get a lot of planes with this ship, so, it's kind of give or take. Based on your play style, you do you, but that was my thought process there, was like, I might as well do a pre-drop. It's the first run. Maybe there's a destroyer coming into Zone B. Maybe we'll get lucky, So we do manage to spot one destroyer, and that triggered him to use his smoke screen up, so that worked out for us there. And then now we're getting a little bit better of an eye of what's going on in the battlefield, so we will go after this battleship, who seems to be somewhat alone out here, right? And he's probably one of the closer ships to us. So we will come in here and pick on this Bismarck. One cool thing, these planes fly really low and really close to the ships, so it does make bombing runs easier to get hits on, but you are flying close and you get shot down quite a bit quicker as well, so there's kind of a trade-off there. But and you get more time during the run too, so you can see we did this, we popped it early and then we kind of sped towards him, and then we got a little trigger happy there and pulled it a little too soon and missed the Bismarck there. But between the 4 torpedoes and then the flood, we got up to 20,000 damage already, so I am starting to like this aircraft carrier. We will maybe have to play this a little bit more and see how it goes. It's just, if you watch my channel, I try to play a little bit of everything and make things a little bit more entertaining than just playing the same ship. So, yeah, and it's more fun for me too. I like trying things out, So Bismarck, if he continues to press forward, we might get an even better shot off on him. So I dropped our fighters here just because they will, they're right outside of anti-air fire range from this Bismarck, and then they'll kind of help keep things spotted once our planes are, shot down and or right. So, and then we get our shieldy thingy consumable back, and we're going to use that in an effort to try and get these last 3 planes to survive long enough so that we can get torpedoes off on this Bismarck. Yet again, we triggered the floods with that first run, and hopefully we trigger another one. Hopefully his damage con is over, but it looks like it probably either wasn't or we didn't get a flood, so wah wah. But that was my thought process behind not just using that shield, and that worked out better than I expected. We got more torpedoes on him than I thought we would have. But yeah, if we hadn't used that, we could have potentially lost all those planes, right? So somebody else finished off the Bismarck, good for them. We are going to go for this guy, but literally everyone over here is shooting him. It's just at the very end here. So I imagine, yep, that's going to happen. So we won't drop the bombs on the dead ship. We will circle around. So we've already lost one, so we might get an actual full run at this cruiser here if we can survive long enough. So we will use our shield consumable again. But you know, having those extra planes, you know, those ones are going to go down first, right? So when we do our run at this cruiser, hopefully we've got a full set of 4, and we can do some damage. Here we go. One down. Boosh. Didn't quite do that perfectly, so we only got 3 hits, but they were a good 3 hits, putting us up to 61,000 damage. What do you know? I maybe should have been playing with this carrier more before, but I wasn't. So this battleship on our team here called out support for us previously, so we're going to fly over, see if we can help out, and we will dump our fighter over top of him. He looked like he was struggling quite a bit there. He didn't have a lot of health left. And we will go and see if we can't keep this destroyer spotted long enough to allow somebody on our team to kill him. We will do a run at him as well, just because flying over these ships is, we're going to lose these planes pretty quick regardless, so we might as well try and land some bombs on him. We get 1 incapacitation, like I said. We only had 1 plane left by the time, so yeah, that is why we do pre-drops in the beginning of the game, because you would lose all those ships to fire, and they don't come back to the carrier. When they have to build or whatever you want to call it, it takes way longer. So that's why we kind of try to go after singled out ships for the most part, right? But yes, if that was in the beginning of the game, that would be kind of a silly move to do, just because you would lose so many aircraft. But these guys are literally the only ones left. We get 3 planes shot down with our fighters that we put over that battleship on our team. It wasn't enough to prevent him from dying, though. Turn to the right just the last second here. These torpedoes do move at a decent speed, so it helps out with getting them on target. And we are going to lose all of those planes, so I'm not going to waste any time flying planes around that are doomed. We go back to the carrier to pick up our next set. Battleships are getting close, so we're going to autopilot our carrier and move away. In the event that their aircraft carrier, his airplanes come over to just in the effort to spot us, these battleships would light us up. So we're going to move away as fast as we can here, see how that plays out for us. And then, of course, let's go after the Georgia, since he is the closest one to us. And that is a fast battleship, too. He is probably faster than us as our carrier, so we need to get rid of him so he doesn't spot us. And yeah, as you can see, we got plenty of airplanes in this. Maybe you don't have to pre-drop at all with the KAGA, maybe. Maybe that's not even a thing for this ship. It's full squads here. Yeah. Oh no, we only have 5 and 1. I was like, there's 24 ships, or 24 airplanes. No, we have got 5 torpedo bombers waiting, so yeah, you do want to be somewhat conservative with your airplanes. This is how much I play with this ship. Man, he's gonna die too. Alright, let's see if we can point these torps at this other battleship, and if he keeps coming this way. And then we're going to point away and see if we can't make some of these guys survive. Come on! Going down so fast. That Iowa, those American AA, pretty damn good. It's another thing, if you're a carrier player, you learn pretty quickly not to fly over American battleships, especially early on, right? So I meant to grab the torpedo guys because we had more of them ready, so we'd actually have a full, a full 4 of them to do. So we just quick went back to them. Doing that doesn't hurt anything because those bombers will they'll get back to the carrier really quick. So yeah. And then we're going to just point so we know this this Iowa's going to go down quick here. So we told our carrier to turn around, basically. Like if these guys don't ram each other, man, our battleship's going to block our torpedoes here. It's fine, whatever. He's probably going to kill him anyway. Brandenburg's got torpedoes, so yeah. See, that's the advantage of playing all the ships, guys. If you were that Iowa, he might not have known that the Brandenburg had torpedoes, and that's what really ended him there. 81,000 damage for us, though. We got the carrier heading towards their carrier. I doubt that will make any difference. But we will see if we can't do anything with our airplanes. We'll drop some torpedoes on him. So our destroyers are going to cap the sea zone, and then I'm sure they're going to go right for the carrier. We are flying as fast as we can. We've used all our consumables, so we don't have an engine cooldown anymore. And then with the carriers, or with going after any ship, really, I like to save some engine boost for, you know, kind of the approach and or getaway. If you're going to try and do another run and circle around, you know, I'm try to save that speed for while you're over the ships, you know, under fire, right? So, but we'll use a little bit here just to get us there a little bit quicker. But for the most part, that's why we were letting it cool down, right? Now it's like, is he gonna go? Yeah, he's backing up. So we'll start our run just because we know most battleships, or sorry, most aircraft carriers have tons of crazy anti-air. So we will start our run as soon as we can. We know that that airplane is not going to survive that lone one there. So we'll just wait and see if we get a torpedo hit. We do. And we are, if we don't win on points, yeah, they're going to kill the carrier, right? There's no match for two destroyers right next to him, right? So, yeah, we were about to finish the campaign. This one was the one from a couple weeks ago for the Anchorage. It looked like we were like 4th on the leaderboard there. So I am always happy with being at least halfway up the leaderboard when I'm in a carrier. They're tough. It's different, a whole different game playing with the aircraft carriers, right? Anyway, so we are trying to do at least one World of Warships video every day, so please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I do play some other games occasionally as well, so keep an eye out for that too. Thanks for watching.